Yak Gadget, made in America, based outside of Nashville, Tennessee. Yak Gadget offers all kinds of storage accessories, quick mount motor mounts, anchor systems, track mounted accessories, even paddles. Go to yakgadget.com and get your kayak decked out for your next trip out on the water.
The 153 Bait Company, based in Troy, Ohio, make everything from plastics to custom painted hard baits. Hook 'em hard and hook 'em often. All of our baits are made to order and all of our hard baits are hand painted to order. So go to the153anglers.com to place your order today.
To hell and back is in the job description. Being roughed up, scuffed up, run over, kicked, thrown, dropped, dunked, and done the unthinkable is a duty we've embraced for more than 40 years. Through superior engineering and constant innovation, only Pelican has conquered the chaos a life of ambition can dish out. And we've done it to empower you. The creators and the craftsmen, the visionaries and the boots on the ground, the crazy ones and the courageous. We are the gear your gear depends on, serving your diverse passions and pursuits with singular focus, uncompromising protection. When failure isn't an option, neither is your brand.
What's up, Jay?
What's up, Brian?
You seeing spots?
What?
Welcome, everybody, to another epic show here on the Paddle and Fin podcast. How you doing, Jay?
I'm doing superb, Brian.
Just superb.
Yes, just superb.
Oh, man.
You?
Yeah, I'm doing wonderful. Another epic show. Got our man, Nick Carlson, back in the house tonight. Real quick, a little house cleaning. We got the Open on Dale Hollow, along with the Clash of Clubs event going down at Eastport Marina. Make sure you guys get signed up. We'll drop the links down in the chat for the Tourney X sign up sheet for that. Got some pretty killer payouts. We are giving away 3 kayaks that weekend, along with a handful of other goodies. You excited?
Very.
Oh, geez. Yeah. You have no drive, man. No drive. Freaking Jay. Go ahead and click that lower left-hand corner share button. Share this up. Let's get some folks in here. Drop in the chat where you're tuning in from, what kind of kayak you're floating out of, and all that good stuff. You got any input, Jay?
Nope.
God, dude. And if you want to be a co-host of the OG show, you can send your resume to paddleandfin@gmail.com.
That's right.
You must have energy. Must have some pep in your step.
You got a wow, Brian, though. We're going to take more of that.
Well, let's get the man of the hour in here. We got Nick Carlson back in the house tonight. Welcome, brother. How you doing tonight, man?
Hey, Brian. Hey, Jay. What's up, Jay? You're the more talkative of the two, I take it? Is that the deal over there?
Yep.
I love it.
Hey, guys.
That's my goal, is to get our guests to pick on Jay every show.
Right.
That's what I'm here for, you know? It's
you got to serve some kind of purpose.
It's luck of the draw and stuff.
Silent waters run deep, man.
Yeah.
How's the weather out there in Cali, my friend?
You guys are getting more weather. It's coming your way. We got what is considered a major storm the other day, which was all of maybe 12 hours of drizzle and a little hail. Scott got some hail down in OC.
Yeah.
So you guys it's coming your direction. We're out of it. It's cold here, so everybody's running around in these gigantic parkas and their Ugg boots and all the hoodies and stuff like that. And it's like 60 degrees.
Oh,
I was gonna say I saw a kid skateboarding today in shorts, and it's like 53 here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man up, California.
Yeah. Par for the course. We like our fashion.
Oh man, well, it's it's one of those things. You got to get cold once in a while, man. But welcome back to the show, my friend. We touched on quite a few things last time you were on, but since we've talked a bit, We're super thankful for your support for our trail series coming up, which is super cool. And, we wanted to talk some more Pelican products and things like that. And one of the things we briefly touched on last time was headlamps. And you sent me one of these said headlamps, and I, had a few questions about it because, this is my old headlamp here. All right. And this is the new Pelican headlamp. You can tell Pelican a lot brighter than old headlamp. So, but they were rated the same lumens, and my mind was kind of like, okay, well, what's going on here? So I definitely wanted to talk to you about that. As kayak fishermen, usually we're rigging up, getting ready to launch onto the water early in the morning before the sun's coming up, or we're coming back in when the sun's going down. And headlamps are essential in what we do. So wanted to definitely touch base on this with you, man, because, you started to explain some technical stuff to me, and I was like, save it. Let's talk about this on the podcast.
Right. It's not as complicated as it might seem, but for consumers, I try to get people to encourage folks to look at the ANSI specifications on the product. If the product doesn't have an ANSI specification, they're giving you an as seen on TV number. Okay, the Pelican Lighting has got ANSI specifications, FL1 standards that we put on our product, that we test our product to. That's pretty important because there's a baseline that we and a few other manufacturers use, and it gives you a level of certainty that what you're purchasing, you're putting in your tackle bag, you're putting in your pickup truck is going to work. Okay, so that might be why you're seeing one number on product X, and then Pelican, you're getting more performance, right? So the task lights, all of our task lights have got an ANSI FL1 standard to them. The lighting output is pretty basic. It's the total amount of light you're going to get off of the LED for a certain amount of time. And the runtime is interesting. It's the amount of light you're going to get down to 10% of its runtime. The reason it's 10% is that's roughly about the amount of light that you can access on a moonlit night. Like if you can read paper outside at night, if you can read a sheet of paper or your phone or something like that, that's about the minimum amount of usable light. Okay, so all kinds of lighting tools vary, but it's important for customers to check the ANSI FL1 standards, and our lights all have those.
Yeah, and I got those pulled up here, man, and it, there goes over light output, runtime, beam distance, peak beam intensity, impact resistance, water penetration ratings. I mean, you guys getting all scientific on me.
It's a lot, yeah.
Which is cool though, because I mean, like I said, I think I pulled it out of the box and put some batteries in it, and I turned it on, and of course, dummy me, I'm like looking at it, so I'm seeing spots for like 3 hours. So I don't recommend looking into the beam that comes out of this little gadget, but I'm like, man, that's got to be brighter than that other one, and it just blew my mind. And, you kind of made sense of it. And it was kind of the assumption that I was under, that, different companies use different standards, or maybe don't use any standards at all, and they just slap a number on it and make it look good.
You remember the days of candle power? You guys ever?
Yeah.
So candle power was just a marketing number that was thrown out there, and since then, most manufacturers, Pelican being probably the best, we've evolved to, we need a science behind this.
Sure.
We deserve, our customers deserve to know what we're selling them. So the ANSI standards help us do that, and it's the same ANSI that you find in footwear and impact resistance and things of that. So it's a pretty firm number, and the product performs to the specifications that we give you. There's things like the Lumen Output in terms of Lumen Output. our product is going to have different luminous outputs based on, is it high, low, is it in the downcast mode, because the lights have different features to them. And that helps the customer understand or appreciate whether they want to use the product in maybe a more battery conservational mode, low mode first, right? If I know I'm going to be fishing for a long period of time.
Sure.
Or high mode first, because I'm just walking around the pickup truck to make sure I got all the tackle in. So.
Right on. Big Starnes Outdoors is wondering where you could purchase one. I am dropping the link to Pelican's website in the chat. So that way you can go there, check out all that good stuff. This is the 2760 headlamp that I was showing a little earlier. And it's even got the is it the red light on this one?
Yeah, it's got
the flash.
It's got the red.
So
too.
we can have a dance party. What's up?
Yeah, let's not do that.
That's for when we're in. Hey, come on, man. Come on. You don't want to have a dance party in the good old studio, man?
It's already weird.
But it's super cool, man. It's that strobe feature, if you were ever in distress and needed to pop that on, like that's huge. But the brightness, and it's got a couple different light settings in there, like you were talking about, like if you don't need the full light, just walking around the truck, maybe rigging up a couple rods, something like that. I don't know. Now that I've turned that light on like 4 times, I'm kind of blind. So just in order to see, I might need it on that high setting.
We need to put warnings on things for you, Brian.
Yeah, I know. I'm special. What can I say? What can I say?
Coffee. Yeah, bright light.
But it's super cool, man. It's innovative. We talked about it. It's got a nice, it pivots on that head base too. I don't know if you guys can see that tuned in, so you can kind of angle down, have it pointed straight ahead. Adjustable strap, like most lights come. But the actual light itself is just super, super killer.
What's the feature that you like the most about it, Brian?
Just the brightness of it. Just the brightness, and it's comfortable too. Like most of them have that same. If you look at these straps, they're pretty similar. This is Pelican. This is Energizer. Energizer feels cheap and it like super stretches, or is this just it feels more durable? But the pivot and the brightness of the light is what's cool. That's what's totally blown me away. I've used it a couple times, taking the garbage out. That wasn't what it was intended for, but I'm like, I got to use this thing, But
Nick's gonna write it down now.
Yeah, Nick's like, we can add this to our advertising. Perfect lighting for taking your garbage out. He's like, I'll get right on that.
Yeah.
I'll get right on that.
You'd be surprised, man. You got sanitation engineers. We're working on all kinds of big deals with sanitation companies around the country. They need something that's functional. It has that flash mode, that flash mode.
Sure.
Utility workers can, if they're doing high tension stuff, they can signal to when a job started or done, or if they have an helicopter. Firefighters use that. Hey, I'm on this peak and I need help over here, whatever. It's very practical use. And then the red LED for what we do, right? For low light. Don't want to ruin our night vision.
Heck yeah, man. That's pretty cool. I never thought of that. We got our man JD DeRosier in the house.
What's up, JD?
So, but that's super cool. I never thought of that. It was funny. We were working today in a old house. We're demoing a kitchen, and my one guy's got like this crappy old like headlamp that he bought at Home Depot, and like he's like turning it on and trying to like put it up under something so you can see. I'm like, bro, I got a better headlamp in my car if you want to use that. He's like, no, I'll get it. And I'm like, dude, I'm gonna buy you a new headlamp because that thing ain't doing you any good. So super cool, man. Totally dig it. But I don't know if you had anything else you wanted to throw on top of that, man.
We got Brian Jay. We're at 45 years. So Pelican is 45, probably 46, 45 years old.
Nice.
So I'm sporting my new 7620. Nice little tactical light. It's got our name. It's got our logo on it here. My 45-year light. It's actually my product managers. Don't tell them I stole it. But yeah, we're fired up as a family, especially Scott and me. 45 years, long time for a small business to go to a medium business, to go to a large business, and still have the DNA of being a family business. So we're fired up with that one.
That's super cool, man. I saw something the other day, and I'm going to try to get it pulled up here. It was on one of your guys' social media pages. And I know you guys do a lot of work with the government and things like that. But 45 years and still having that small company feel is so crucial, man. Like, I've worked for corporations. It's not the best thing in the world. And I've always been more of a family business orientated, small company feel. And that's what's always made me feel the best, as far as a work environment. So congratulations to you guys, man. That's huge. 45 years, man.
Thanks, Brian. Life balance, right, Jay?
What's that?
Work balance, work-life balance. We were talking about that. Yeah.
Very important.
Yes. Be happy.
You gotta have it, man. You gotta have it,
Yes.
And I think that's why a lot of us like to get out and float around in our little plastic boats all the time. Just to kind of get away from it all.
Yeah.
Here it is. This is it. I'm going to pull this up on the screen.
It is ginormous.
Yeah. So I saw this the other day and I wanted to chat with you about it.
Yeah.
Nick's like, what do you got?
There's definitely a missile in that.
This huge Pelican case you guys made I think it was for a missile, actually.
Is that for a missile, Nick?
Those are rotors.
Oh, that's what it was. It was for the helicopters.
Yeah.
It was for
Iowa. Yeah. That's my buddy Jim's piece of business. It's actually it's a collaboration between my family in South Deerfield, Jim Pelican, out on the East Coast. He's our director of government sales, and we build these things for super top secret squirrel stuff, but those are rotor blades. That's how they ship rotor blades around. But most of the armaments that are going to our armed forces are going in a Pelican case, and they're not the Pelican cases that maybe we use for fishing. They're some serious boxes. Serious.
I saw it and it was just cool, man. I wanted to bring it up because, so on the post here, it says it's for the new Bell helicopter blades to the Army National Guard units nationwide.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool, man. That is cool.
Man.
I remember, last podcast, I think it was Scott was talking about it. How you guys made the big case, for a missile or something. And, it was a case he hadn't seen before, but he's seen it at the trade show or something. And it made me think of that when I saw that. It was super cool.
Yeah, a lot of work goes into that kind of stuff, Brian. And it's in addition to that with the cold chain logistics programs that we have going on through biothermal now. All of your jabs, your vaccines, maybe not all of them, most of them.
Yeah.
Someday it'll be all of them are going in Pelican cases. All right. So that's huge.
I've seen that. Yeah. You guys do the big medical industrial cases, like where you got to keep things cold and stuff like that, right?
That's Pelican. Yeah.
It's awesome.
So it's the industries that make this company move. It's housed in a Pelican case one way or another.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's nice. Job security right now,
Yeah. God, these guys
you gotta make a few jokes about it, but I know you're over here, dude.
They're just like, I'm going.
We
down
have
the
a
wormhole.
podcast going on right now. It's not time to surf the web and look at Pelican cases, bro.
Like, I'm just looking at like the desks you guys make and all the military stuff. I mean, God, there's so much stuff.
Well, the one thing I wanted to talk about, man, was this ruck case, which is super cool. And I think this is key in anybody's arsenal when out on the water. I don't know if you guys can see this, but you got some straps. This tray removes. I've seen it set up where like people put a battery to charge their phone in here, strap their phone to it, putting tools in there. There's a little pocket up here on the top. You can slide all kinds of stuff, man. Like I'm going to pretty much deck this out. My fishing license will be in here. I'll have tools, pliers, knife, all kinds of good stuff. Maybe a small first aid kit in there, things like that. And it's waterproof. And it's got these little handles on the side. You could either strap this to your boat or you could just tether it. So that way, if it falls off, it's stuck to the boat, man. But super cool, man. And I've seen some cool stuff like guys have done with that, like off-road buggies, like strapping toolkits, like that's their toolkit, and they'll strap it to the buggy on the backside and things like that, man. It's super cool.
You're missing the biggest component to that kit that you're talking about there, Brian. Is you're going to need a Pelican light in it.
Well, that's where this was in there. This was in there. And then I pulled it out. So it threw me off. That's the way I had it. We went to the light first in the case.
Wow. Don't go to the light, Brian.
Poor stab at humor. Man. So you like that pallet in there, pretty functional, watertight, crush proof, right?
What? Yeah. I was watching videos the other day of like guys running this thing over and like throwing it down cliffs. I'm like, what are you doing to that thing? And they were showing off the ruggedness and the durability. I mean,
yeah.
Is this all solid plastic? Is there some kind of metal reinforcement in there?
No, it's polymer with a rubber-ish insert or gasket sealing mechanism.
Okay.
So the only metal in there is going to be in the hinge pins, but those things, as you can see, are really built to to live a long time, right? So, Jay, do you guys know we have a lifetime guarantee on our product like this R40, that ruck case, and our lighting tools? So we have that's one of the things Pelican is really well known for, is the unconditional lifetime guarantee that we got. And we've kind of had to segregate it out a little bit over the years, but for task lighting, for lighting tools, for your Pelican cases like you've got there, lifetime unconditional. And you guys were mentioning the condition that these things must go through. We've gotten some product back under the lifetime guarantee that would blow your mind what's happened to it. And it saved a lot of lives. It saved a lot of laptops and all kinds of other things. But we keep a small showroom of Pelican cases and lights that have been returned to it that have never should have existed. And like I said, have saved people's lives, have made their jobs that much more easier, and it's amazing.
So let's talk about that, man. What's like the craziest thing you've seen come back under warranty?
Probably, I'll give you a light example. I'll give you a case example. A 1500 protector case, which is kind of your run-of-the-mill standard equipment case. That was knocked off of a Caltrans Department of Highway Transportation vehicle on the I-5 freeway, and it went into lanes, out of lanes, and was completely destroyed. The sensory equipment, it was sensory equipment measuring road tolerances and stuff, was fine. The case was in bad shape, and we hung on to that one for a while.
Okay.
I've seen lights come into our warranty department that have melted down to literally a pile of plastic goo that still operate. They still turn on. They were on a firefighter helmet. Firefighter had to ditch his position in a structure fire. The helmet was left behind. The residents burnt to the ground, and all that was left when they did the reconstruction and all the investigation was a fire helmet and a puddle of goo with an LED that still worked on it. And we sent out brand new product at our cost.
That's pretty cool, man. I mean, the lifetime warranty thing is huge. I mean, with anything, obviously, and it sounds like you guys aren't. I've seen companies out there, which obviously you guys aren't a part of, where it's like, oh, but it can't have this wrong with it or that wrong with it, or you couldn't have done this. Like, it sounds like you want everybody to not necessarily beat the crap out of it, but something that's going to last a lifetime, and you're definitely going to get your money worth out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, our warranty policy used to be one paragraph, and it said the warranty's good, barring shark attack, bear attack, and children under 5. we kind of graduated to all right, we're a real business now, right? So we tweaked it a little bit, and it's basically the long and short of it is you don't maliciously do anything to the product, then we're gonna figure out a way to take care of you.
Yeah, and I think in today's day and age, with technology and everything, I mean, it seems like a lot of the headlamps are just basically disposable. It's like cheaper just to buy a new one, just because of the way they're
piece of garbage.
Well, yeah, and then and then you
this
got
is not the Pelican one, but
and you've got companies like yourself that you're trying to want to build a a good product and keep a customer, for that matter, and be behind the product. There's not a lot of that going around these days, and that's important. I mean, because why make a product and not stand behind it, and just again, I mean, it's things are, I don't know, you just saw like a big surge with the headlamps in the past, I would say 5 years.
Yeah,
it's been they're just everywhere now, and everyone's looking for the same stuff usually, and most of the stuff you see isn't true.
Yeah,
it's waterproof. Oh, is it really?
Yeah, not really.
Because in my world, waterproof means waterproof.
Yeah,
I
this
need
thing's
waterproof.
going for a swim and it's still going to work.
Yeah, what if I go? I mean, our relationship with water is so intimate that anything could happen, and I need my stuff to be there when if something goes sideways.
Right. Absolutely.
So we got a question for you, Nick, and Jay Lowry said Thank you for supporting the military. That's awesome, with all the work you guys do. But then he asked, do you guys offer a veteran discount? I don't know if you know that.
Jump on pelican.com and drop a line into that browser, and it'll walk you through it. That goes directly to our folks right here in Torrance or South Deerfield. They'll walk you through that. If we don't, then our participating dealers do. So we'll figure out a way to connect with you and make sure that you get the right service, the right product, that you're a happy customer. So thanks, Jay. I appreciate your service. That's awesome. And thanks for giving the shout out.
Absolutely, man. Heck yeah. And that ruck case, going back to the ruck case, I know we got a little sidetracked, but you guys offer a couple different sizes. This is the R60. So that's the bigger size.
Yes.
There's the R60, the R40, and the R20.
20.
See.
Then you go down to the G.
Doing
cases.
my homework. The G cases, yeah, that's right.
Those are cell phone. Those are we were talking about the mobile protection on our for iPhones and stuff. These are a step up. The G cases are a step. G10, G20, G40 are. You're not going to be using the device when it's in there, right? The mobile device protection for iPhones and stuff, that's a separate side of Pelican. So we got you covered one way or another. Like if you're kitting something out, which is, Brian, what you're doing, because it's got that tier in it and it's got room to work, those ruck cases are just beyond awesome.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, I'm going to pull this G40 up here. Give me 1 second. Bam. There we go. So it's similar to the ruck case, just a little bit smaller. That's phone.
Yeah, grab and go rather than kitting, really, I would say. So, you can put that on a carabiner, strap it to your backpack, your tackle bag, whatever. protects your device no matter what. That's serious protection. It's all serious protection, but that's probably as protected as you're going to get. And then you go down from that, and then you get into the Marine case and the Voyager and the protective phone cases. So
right
device usable with a Pelican protective case around it, right?
Yep. Very cool, man. Mm-hmm. Well, that's something we didn't talk about last time, and I know you and I have talked about it a couple times. Is you guys have a lineup of phone cases that you offer, for both iPhones and various other phones as well, correct?
Right. So we build a mobile protection for any device that's out there that's on the market right now, and most of the devices that are passe. Cell phone and tablet technology moves really quick. It's hard to keep up with. But for just about every device, there's going to be 3 or 4 different Pelican models, depending on your level of protection necessary. And I think last time we talked about, like for me, I've got this Ranger cover. This is one of the models. It's just basically a cover because I'm not fishing as much as I'd like to be. I'm here in the office. It's house, pickup truck, office, repeat the process. I just need that style. But we've got the Shield and let's see, the Voyager I'd mentioned. There's different level of protections customers can look at depending on if you got an Android device, an Apple device, whatever.
The Guardian, the Mogul, the Shield you mentioned, and all that good stuff. So they make them for all different types of phones, but I wanted to bring that up. So this is an exciting one. Our man JD asks, what about cases for rooftop racks for overlanding? Dude, absolutely they have it. Come on now. Let me get these pulled up. The cargo cases. This is kind of newer to your guys' lineup, correct?
This is brand new. We launched it at SEMA last year, I want to say. Maybe the year before, but it was SEMA 2020, I want to say.
Okay.
So cargo is out.
Yeah, cargo, dude, these things are pretty slick, man. I mean, I know JD's got the Tacoma, but here's a Jeep right here. But yeah, super rugged, all kinds of different sizes, styles for whatever you're looking for. And then it's got a way to connect to the roof rack, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah. So there's different size cases and there's different ways you can orient those Pelican cases. You can put them on the roof. You can put them in what I would call the transom, but the back of your bed or on the saddle side of your bed as well. So different sizes, different configurations for whether or not you're a Tacoma owner or a Sierra owner like me or a Dodge owner or whatever. And it's the same protection, manufacturing quality, durability that you would find in a Pelican protector case, but it's made for exactly what JD's talking about. You can put it on the roof, strap it down, and go take off. Or if you're going to job sites like maybe like you, me, or Jay, then you can put them in the bed of the truck. Tonneau cover will close over it, and you can keep all your tools in there. They're lockable. It's a fantastic product. It's a new entry for us. Yeah. So we're kind of getting used to how this marketplace works, but we're excited about it. And it's been incredibly popular in terms of customers and the different kinds of customers that want it. It's not just folks that do the stuff that you guys do out there, running around fishing and finding off-road spots. It's a variety of different folks that are looking for stuff, the utilities, the general industrial marketplace, because there's more vehicles going out to job sites to do fixes and replacements and stuff like that than there was 5 years ago. So it's different needs.
Well, in this little video playing down here, that's the Tacoma. But what's really slick is you guys have a mounting system that could mount to that rail, like the guy's taking the case out.
Right.
And it's like that thing's just held in by a pin. And you guys can see in this picture too, there's one up on the roof rack, couple in the bed. Like, That's pretty slick. I like that. It's super easy to take in and out, and it can mount up various different ways. But like I said, there's many different sizes and stuff. I will drop the link straight to the cargo boxes into the chat here, boys and girls. If you're listening on the podcast platforms, I will drop all these links we talked about earlier in the description, so you guys can go back and check this stuff out for yourself. But JD says I thought they did. Cool to shed some light on it. Yeah, for sure, man. And then he said backcountry fly fishing, kayaking, and overlanding. I got a top overland coming in Monday. Might have to grab a Pelican case. I think you need to grab 2, brother.
Yeah,
2.
JD.
Treat yourself, man.
We saw where you work. You got some money.
Yeah, come on, bro. Deck that taco out. Make it baller. Let's go.
That's right.
But
Right on.
yeah,
Thanks.
yeah, it's those cases are super cool, man. I know you and I had a conversation about them, and I just like that whole ability to strap it down, plus the mounting kit that you guys offer, and they're just rugged, man. And they got some nice sizes.
They look super tough.
And then as far as the fly fishing box, JD, we're working on it, man. We're working on Nick. We're trying to get our way in there so we can get our rod box. Nick's sick of hearing me bring it up, but I'm hoping sooner or later he's like, all right, we'll do it.
I gotta use what is not a Pelican case to my rods don't separate.
See?
So
that's what we got to tell your boss, man. Like, look, you want me carrying this around? I work for Pelican, bro.
You're like,
They're all
this
watching
is
this.
embarrassing.
They're gonna be like, yeah, well, you might as well pack up your office. Have a wonderful life.
Thanks. Thanks for that. Right. Enjoy the fishing now. Right.
Hey, you wanted more time fishing on the water? Here you go. Oh, too funny, man. Too funny. But
we're going in all kinds of different directions, Brian. You'd be surprised. You wake up one day, check pelican.com, and all of a sudden there's a fishing rod case. You never know. I'm not saying there will be, but you never know.
Was that a subtle hint?
It could be.
It better be.
Because
so.
Just imagine if they did actually make one and he was able to like not only strap a ruse was to strap to trailers like on the sides and
Can't
stuff.
give them all. Dude, we haven't got a check yet.
I'm just
Can't
saying, there's I'm pretty sure those would be used widely.
I'm sure.
I'm gonna hear about this tomorrow, guys. Thanks.
Yeah.
Like, what is this? What does this rod box talk about, Nick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get us into again.
It's my fault. It's not Nick's fault.
You guys are worth it. Don't worry about it.
We got Casey Starnes in the chat asking, show the pole light, please. I'm assuming he's talking about the light box that you got behind you.
Yeah, so the remote area lighting system, right? So we talked a little bit about this last episode where we've got 12 different models of area lighting.
Yep.
Rechargeable. They're meant to put a lot of light into a work area over a significant period of time, and then send them back to the garage, the warehouse, charge them in your car if you want. And then you get a full battery with the capability to see how much runtime you've got on it. So, yeah, so this is going to give you a 6-foot extension.
Give you a blind.
Yeah, it's going to give you sight problems is what it's going to give you. But you've got a readout, and I'm trying to gauge if you guys can even see this. So you've got a readout here on the light itself, and then it'll allow you to change the intensity or adjust by 10-minute increments. So like if you're doing, I don't know, road work, changing a tire, so something like that's only going to take an hour at the most, at least for you guys. For me, it would probably take 4. Call to AAA, right? You can set the time in there, and it'll give you the maximum output for as long as you want to run it. And then on this model, the 9490, so I redeploy it that way. and then the battery can be swapped out of it. So this battery, which has got up to 24 hours of runtime,
That's
I
cool.
can have a separate battery and then, run it in the device. And then plus I've got, I forgot to mention, there's a 12 volt power out to it too. So if I'm in a pinch and I need to charge my cell phone, then I can power any device that's got 12 volt capability to it. They're really slick, and they're incredibly popular too. We were talking about all kinds of different markets. Everybody uses these. I sell these things for lighting up batting cages all the way to U.S. military. So anything.
That's cool.
Do they have filters for the light? Like, do you have like a red filter or anything like that?
We don't, but it wouldn't be impossible. It would be easier done in the shop or at home. Get yourself a gel filter, something you cut out, and then you can paste it over the top and remove it. Some of our lights we have had or we do have on the remote area lighting systems. The vast majority of users for these they want different intensities of light, and they want to know how much runtime they have. That's really the features that they want built into these.
Yeah, because I could see like hunters using these too.
Yeah,
like base camp and just putting that up.
Yeah, that would be slick.
One of many. One of many.
Nick's got all the cool toys in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, dude, he's got it all.
We were talking about customization too, Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah, like custom Pelican. So on the part of my work here at Pelican is helping customers, whether they be fire departments or police departments or major business, find a lighting tool that we manufacture, but make it perfect for them, right? So for the New York Police Department, we make their lighting tool that is specific to the New York Police Department. For United Airlines, and a shout out to all of my tech ops guys out there, we make a lighting tool that is specific for the maintenance teams, as well as the ramp team, as well as in-flight. So we bring the ability to customize things right to the consumer, and it makes a world of difference, being able to do that.
That's cool, man. Well, I know you sent me a link too, like talking about customization and stuff.
Yeah. And I think that's more speaks to the foam side. Pull that up. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. I'm pulling that up right now, man. Design your own foam. And I thought this was cool because a lot of, like, if you guys have never had a Pelican case, some of them come with, foam inside where, you can cut out whatever you need, but you guys made it so you could actually design like right on your website and have it cut out ready to go for the consumer, correct?
Yep. Absolutely. It's a very cross-functional tool. It helps you choose the case size that you need for your project. It gives you a variety of different either general sizes of cavities and depths, or it gives you common product shadows, like for instance, handgun or something that's commonly used in a Pelican case, a fishing reel or something like that. So It has a library of all kinds of different items that you can say, that's what my item looks like, or that's what it is. And then you can play with it, drag the items or the shapes into your Pelican case, and it will show you, hey, you're within the good tolerance for protection here, or you might want to think about changing this around. It's a really sophisticated tool, and we make it really easy to use for anybody that just wants to jump on there and see what the potential is for their Pelican cases.
No, that's super cool. I'm pulling it up right here. I'm gonna. Oh, so you guys got like object library.
See, it brings
camera,
and that's a good point, because like when you're picking out cases, you don't always know which one to pick, because depending on like the density and weight of whatever you're putting in there, I guess you got to kind of a lot for how much
Yeah.
space you're going to have between the outer wall, or the inner wall rather, but basically to the outside and the inside of the foam. So you got enough cushion, and everything to absorb anything if you, basically, if, you drop the case or whatever.
That's my
Yeah.
Glock 39 case right there, dude.
Yeah.
Check that out.
Yeah.
You can drag that right into.
It's hours of fun, Brian. I'm telling you, you'll be on it all night.
Dude. Well, it's cool too that like you guys have, just all kinds of like stuff, like, drawing circles, like the way it's laid out, it's very user friendly.
Mhm.
Like there's video equipment. Dude, I need that camera right there. It looks expensive. But it's, you guys got all kinds of stuff. Plus you get trace, like, I don't know. It's just kind of slick, man. I like that. That's super smooth.
Yeah. The only, I guess, drawback is that for the product you design in the case doesn't come with that product in it. So, yeah.
Oh, man.
Do you guys have like
That's a bummer.
Do you guys have like an industry standard of like, the spacing you should have from the inner wall to whatever you're putting in there?
So that's a good question, Jay. So going back to the rotor cases we were looking at, there's a lot of engineering that's involved in packaging, how you transport something, anything from something going overland in like a 53-foot container to the way it tilts on a cargo vessel to, we were talking about biothermal, the temperature standards.
Yep.
So when it comes to simple devices, typically we allow for enough, and that's what's built into Pelican foam. It allows for enough tolerance between the edge of the foam. So in virtually every circumstance, the item is going to be protected. But our expertise goes back, 50 years with Pelican Hardig and the Hardig family, where we're able to put months of labor into building a Pelican case that will house, a $1 million item, whether it's a warhead or a sophisticated piece of satellite imagery equipment or whatever it is. And the cushion or the encapsulation, what that product goes into, is where all the engineering and testing is involved. Huh. Building the box is really kind of simple. It's the cushioning that goes in there. It has to be very, very specific to meet, military specifications, Department of Transportation needs, and things of that nature.
Here's a question. As you were talking about $1 million pieces of equipment, what do you think is the most expensive thing that's ever been put in a Pelican case?
Well, I can tell you for us out here, for me, I'll speak for me and some of my colleagues, the World Series trophy, Dodgers, as well as the Lakers. Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, those are in Pelican cases. I couldn't tell you. I can tell you
Stanley
that
Cup. You guys do a case for the Stanley Cup?
Stanley Cup's in a Pelican case. Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. I don't care about that World Series stuff. The cup is what I'm worried about, bro.
We had 2 this last year in a pandemic year, albeit.
Yeah.
To be honest, Brian, the most expensive thing carried in a Pelican case was data, easily. Data. It wasn't the device itself. It was what was on the device. And I don't even know. I couldn't even start to tell you what that was, but I guarantee it was serious data that was on a device. And
like the Black Ops, like top secret.
Yes.
Classified. All right,
that's
I get
technical
it.
terms there.
It's a good answer. It's 2 good answers, right?
Yeah, I don't want you to go any further. I like you, and I want to continue to talk to you and have conversations, and I don't want you to go too far and have you end up missing somewhere.
I know. It's like all you need is like the black suits to show up.
Yeah. It was either the talk about the fishing rod case or it was the data.
Yeah. They're like, that podcast is pretty questionable. There were some very alarming things mentioned multi times.
Yeah. They just write me off as a corona victim. He's not here anymore. Sorry.
Oh, man. Quick shout out to Athletic Brewing Company, this segment's show sponsor. and non-alcoholic beer for the average outdoors enthusiast. They give 2% of all sales back to restoring local trails. It's called the 2 for the Trails program. You can use promo code PNF20 at athleticbrewing.com. 2 6-packs or more get free shipping. Shout out to them.
Yes, sir.
Very cool. Sorry, we had to throw that in there, Nick.
Hey, gotta pay the bills, bro.
I'm gonna send you a 6-pack of this stuff. You might enjoy it. You a big craft beer guy?
Used to be.
Used to be? Okay.
Yeah.
What's your preferred, like IPAs, or are you like you in the stouts?
Let's see. Back in my day, I was into Hefeweizen.
There you go.
And when I wasn't hitting my numbers in sales, it was really bad whiskey and Coors Light.
Yeah. So
even better.
He sounds classy.
Yeah.
You know?
He sounds like our kind of people.
Yeah. So that one.
Yeah. So when Nick's having a bad month. I get it. Right on. I like it. Right on, man.
Like a Hank Williams song. That was me, man.
You're right. Write some country and blues music out of those kinds of months, huh?
Yeah, we just we can mix in some Pelican cases and lights into my girlfriend, my dog, and my pickup truck don't work.
There you go.
You forgot the tractor, bro.
Right at the tractor. My apologies.
You can reach into the Pelican fridge for the. Oh, you guys don't make that yet, do you?
Well, I think this is a good way to end the show. A good way to keep the beers nice and frothy. It's a nice Pelican cooler. So, 14-quart personal cooler. I have loved this thing. This is my new lunchbox, everybody. It's a lot better than the Spider-Man one I had in the 3rd grade. I'm just saying. But I love this storage thing up here. I don't have my notepad up there, but I leave a lot of work notes, work paperwork in here for during the day because this rides around strapped in with the seatbelt, even though I know I don't need to. But I love this too, man. Camping, you can throw some silverware up here in the netting. It's got a removable tray, nice and deep. I throw like a little ice pack in here, man, and it keeps my lunch, my drink, and everything cold all day long. I love this thing. But that was the thing too. Like me and Jay were talking, like you guys even have a thing where you could padlock this thing up so the guys on the work site aren't stealing your PB&J. You know what I mean? That is important.
It is important.
Couldn't do that with Spider-Man.
The one thing we wanted to ask, man, like, what makes Pelican Cooler so unique from the rest? I mean, I can tell you it's super rugged, and you can tell it's built to handle a Mack truck, running over it. But as far as like insulation and stuff like that, man, like what makes your guys' cooler so unique?
It's a good question. So for a company that's been doing packaging and been the experts in packaging in over 45 years, we can build the best 6-sided object that there is out there. We have the machinery, we have the people, we have the enthusiasm. So in terms of materials, we're using the best materials out there. We're double insulating these things. We're using gasketry, if you will, that is state-of-the-art hardware that isn't going to rust. We're not cheaping out on handles and methods of attaching it to things or putting locks on it. We thought of all these things, and the way we thought of it is we listened to guys like you and Jay and your listeners. You guys told us, this is what you got. This is what I saw in the store. This is what you got to do differently. So going back to the whole family aspect is we're not going to sell anything unless we hear from you guys what's going to work and what doesn't. So we put that knowledge into our engineering. We come out with a pretty good darn product, and it's been really successful for us.
Well, and that's the thing too, man, like the price point on them as well, like compared to some of the, like, I don't know, like I've seen like some like Igloo's coolers. Like,
oh yeah, no.
They're just like ridiculous, and they don't look any different than they did in the 80s. You know what I mean?
And they're not. I mean,
Whereas,
I don't want
like,
to knock another company, but I mean,
right,
for
right.
what they're charging, it's
Yeah.
no.
So like that 14 quart personal cooler I showed you guys, you know, retail $99.95. They got a couple different color options, which is cool. But I mean, I love this little thing. But you know, compared to some of the competition out there, cooler wise, man, like your guys' price point is by far the best that I've seen.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, I did. Sorry, Nick.
Sorry.
You both apologize.
I know.
Well, when the silent guy talks, you got to listen, man.
You do. I was just going to say something nice, and now
I love it. I love
it. No, I was going to say the 45 quart one, man, with the wheels. That one's really cool. You know, for the size of that cooler, I think the wheels are like a great addition to it.
Well, and if you're having a bad sales month, right, you go from the 45 quart to the 80 quart wheeled cooler.
Yeah, a lot of bourbon can fit in
a lot of bourbon, a lot of Coors Light, a couple bags of ice.
Yeah.
Just saying.
You know,
all my exes live in Texas. Write some lyrics into that, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
All my Pelican cases live in Texas. I don't know. You guys have a creative legacy there.
But what's cool about it is I like the hinges on this, man, because they kind of lock. You got a push button here that flexes, and then these pop up. And those latches are super heavy duty, you know? It's not like, you know, the cheap, like, I've seen it where it's like a rubber strap or something like that. You know, I like that latch system that you guys got on there.
Well, the functionality is just a lot easier, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's like, you know, and it's going to stay shut.
Oh, yeah. And this handle, it's a clutch. Also folds back for storage. Yep. Love it.
Yeah, we didn't wake up one day and start making coolers. We did it for a while, and we're pretty good at it. And like I said, the intuition that comes from folks that are out there hunting, fishing, keeping the power industry alive, keeping our airplanes in the air, keeping our streets safe. You know, that's the kind of intel that we need to make our product, and that's why we do it well. So
I tell you what, like, guys and gals out there listening, if you're on Instagram, go to the Pelican Coolers page, and it's cool to see what everybody's using their coolers for. Like, I've been following that, and it's pretty cool. They post up some good stuff, good content on there. I like it. So
send in yours.
Hey,
send in your images.
Already have, man.
Okay,
bro. You don't watch the Instagram? I had the most epic picture of this day venture tumbler. I think I sent it to you, actually. Yeah, tag, if you guys end up picking up a cooler or a case or something, by all means, tag Pelican, man. They love sharing that stuff up. It's cool to see your guys' Instagram and Facebook feeds. That's how I saw the helicopter blade case, which was really cool. You guys do some really cool, interesting stuff, man.
Awesome.
Anything else, my friend, that we may have missed that we didn't touch on? Like any final thoughts, words, plug the website and all that good stuff, my friend?
Yeah, no, we'll cover it in the next episode when we get there. But I just want to say thanks to the paddle and fin community, the PNFers out there. You guys are awesome. Thanks for struggling through 2020. People are getting their jabs. People are getting back to work. Hang in there. We're going to be back better than ever. We're already seeing it at Pelican here. So keep up the good work out there. Thank you to everybody. Brian, Jay, thank you so much. Very humbled by letting us join you once again. So thanks.
Yeah, man. No problem. Thank you for all your support and all that good stuff, man. Look forward to, giving away some Pelican stuff at the trail events this season. And I think it's going to make quite a few people excited. Jay?
Yes, sir.
Anything else? No.
Actually, yes.
Oh, whoa.
Hold the phone.
Yeah. Just a reminder, everybody, get on TourneyX and go ahead and enter to win some great prizes and money. over at the Great Dale Hollow for the Open and the Clash of Clubs. It'll be wonderful. It's a great location.
Yeah.
Get on Tourney X.
The links are in the chat. Those listening on the podcast platforms, we will drop those in the show notes. That's April 9th, 10th, and 11th at Eastport Marina. If you're still looking for some lodging, food packages, stuff like that, you can hit up Eastport Marina, or there is a link on the Tourney X sign-up page where it'll take you straight to Eastport. They got all kinds of good offers going there. You can call them directly as well. I know cabins and houseboats are pretty much rented out. They may have one or two left, and then they got campsites for I think it was $8 a night or something.
Really?
Wow. Yeah, he went cheap on the camping, guys. So
yeah, he did.
If you want to camp for the weekend, get signed up. If you guys have any questions about that stuff, feel free to hit us up at any given point in time, and we'll get those answered for you. Till next time, boys and girls, tight lines, smooth paddle. Peace. Thanks for tuning in to another killer episode on Paddle and Fin. Don't forget to go check out our website at paddle_and_fin.com. Don't forget to check out the YouTube channel at Paddle and Fin. If you got a question, comment, want to hear from a future guest on a future episode, feel free to email us at paddle_and_fin@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow us on social media at Paddle and Fin on Facebook and Instagram. Shout out to our show supporters, Angler. The Angler button and app just makes for a better time on the water and creates a virtual logbook for every fishing outing out on the water. Shout out to Rocktown Adventures, located in Northern Illinois, for all your kayaking, camping, and hiking needs. Shout out to Jigmasters Jigs. When in doubt, get the jig out. Go to jigmasters.com